South Africa stands at a crossroads. The nation is at a pivotal moment in its history, where the decisions made today will shape the future for generations to come. With the new government of national unity in place, the question is, how will we address the widening gap between survival and a decent standard of living? This is not just a political issue, but a deeply human one, affecting millions of lives. From bustling urban centers to quiet rural areas, South Africans have spoken. Their voices echo through the streets of Johannesburg and the serene landscapes of rural villages, each with a unique story but a common plea for a better life. They've told us what they need to live with dignity, things like a cell phone, reliable electricity, a fridge, a place of worship, and access to modern amenities that many take for granted. These are not luxuries but essentials for a decent life. And someone to care for them when they're ill. Healthcare is a fundamental right, and the need for compassionate care is universal, transcending age and economic status. But the question remains, are we listening? Are we truly hearing the cries for help and the demands for change, or are we turning a deaf ear to the struggles of our fellow citizens? According to the Decent Standard of Living Project, the cost of a decent standard of living is 6,034 Rand per person per month, far exceeding traditional poverty lines. This figure is not just a number, it represents the gap between mere survival and a life of dignity. This isn't just a statistic, it's a wake-up call. It challenges us to rethink our priorities and to question whether our current policies are enough to bridge this gap. With the Government of National Unity's policies, will we bridge this gap or let it widen? The choices we make now will determine whether we move towards a more equitable society or continue to perpetuate inequality. The Decent Standard of Living findings have significant implications. They provide a roadmap for policymakers, urging them to consider the real cost of living and to implement measures that can make a tangible difference. They challenge policymakers to rethink social assistance grants, minimum wage standards, and the broader economic policies that affect every South African. And universal basic income policies. These discussions are not just theoretical but have real-world implications for millions of people. The Government of National Unity has a chance to make a real difference. Will they rise to the occasion? The eyes of the nation are upon them, and the hopes of many rest on their shoulders. Across South Africa, there are success stories of communities overcoming adversity and improving their living standards. These stories are a testament to the resilience and determination of the South African people. These examples show us what's possible when we act decisively. They remind us that change is possible and that a better future is within our grasp if we have the courage to pursue it. The question is, will we let these successes guide us, or will we continue to fall short? Will we learn from these examples and implement policies that can replicate these successes on a larger scale? The Decent Standard of Living Project is more than just a study, it's a call to action. It urges us to look beyond the numbers and to see the faces and lives behind the statistic. Visit www.dslnow.net to learn more and to find out how you can get involved. Knowledge is power, and by educating ourselves, we can become part of the solution. And join the conversation on social media. Share your thoughts, your stories, and your ideas. Together, let's make a decent life for all a reality. The future of South Africa depends on our collective efforts, and by working together, we can build a nation where everyone has the opportunity to thrive.